things when I was there. So show you everything that I got. Pretty much everything is from the ChamPale collection. I didn't get anything, I don't believe, from Stylishly Yours. I almost picked up the dark diversion, the fluid line. It's like a plummy burgundy brown color. And I keep debating on it, and it was pretty, and it looks really good with one of the eyeshadows that I picked up, so I might end up going back and getting it. But the one fluid line I have, I'm not overly impressed with. I don't generally use gel liners every day, so it's like, I don't really need it. So I might go back for it, I'm not sure. First thing that I picked up is the new Fix Plus spray. The one I have before is definitely nowhere near being out, but the one I have is the Fix Plus Rose, I believe. I think it came out with Rose Romance over a year ago. So I kind of wanted to have a new one, and I like it when they have different scents to them. So this is Fix Plus Lavender, and it definitely has a lavender vanilla scent to it. She's, you know, she was trying to tell me about Fix Plus, and I'm like, I know, I already own it. But it was, when she was telling me about it, I've kind of learned different things about it and all the ingredients that it has in it and what makes it different. And you know, when she held it to spray her face, she held it way back here and just sprayed up. When I hold it, I'm holding it like right here to my face. So, you know, different things like that. But I do like the scent of it. It is more relaxing. I figured that this would be a good, I kind of use this as a toner as well, so it's a good spray to use before you go to bed, especially since it has that calming lavender in it. It's still the clear spray. They didn't change the color of it or anything, but I picked up the Fix Plus Lavender. I believe this was $18. So I got that. Then I picked up one of their new Special Reserve highlight powders. So much for MSFs, I guess. So this is their new product, and I believe pretty much everything in this collection is limited edition. It's not a lot of re-promotes, which is so nice to get away from that with MAC. So this is what it looks like. And the one I ended up picking up is Chez La May. So you can see it. I'm using a new camera, so I'm trying to see where everything is in it. That's why I'm looking at that mirror. But it has a really, really pretty like foiling effect where it looks like just like, you know, tissue paper when it's been kind of crinkled up. Really, really pretty. We looked at this versus the Too Chic Beauty Powder from Stylishly Yours. The Too Chic was more of a smooth powder, like the powder is really finely milled and it's a better texture, it was smoother, but this one is the one that had more payoff. So it had more color payoff on my skin, so it was like, alright, do you want the smoother one or do you want the payoff? And I'm like, you know what, let's go for the payoff. And I have it on today as my highlight, and it's like, you know, if it's too much I can always blend it out and kind of shear it down. But this is what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. Just a really nice champagne-y gold color. So I do like it. I have it on today again, and you can just see it just gives a really nice golden sheen to your skin. It's just really pretty. So I'm glad I picked this one up, and we figured this one would look better with my skin tone than the Rose Olay. I believe that's the name of the other one. So we picked that up. Then the next thing, I'm wearing a lot of this today. This is the second one. It's one of the new eye kohls, and this is an I Get No Kick. And the reason I got this one is for underneath your waterline and on your lower lash line, because it's a pretty champagne-y, pinky type color. So this is what it looks like. You can see that. So it's a really, really pretty champagne-y pink. You kind of have to warm it up in order to get it to work. But that's what it looks like right there. And it just gives a really nice brightening effect under your eyes when you put it on. Similar to like Eye Bright from Benefit, or if you use any of like the Stila Topaz, those type of pencils. But this one, because it has a little sheen, it's not, I don't want to say more natural, but it's not as like stark as the Stila Topaz. That one you can definitely tell like there's something underneath her eyes. This one's a little more subtle, I guess, but it has a really pretty sheen to it. Then we ended up trying a lip liner. I told her I have lip liners, I don't use them, but we were trying all these lipsticks and lip glosses and things on, so finally she was like, you know what, let's try this one. And it is Sublime Culture, and it's one of their cream stick liners. The only one I have is Whirl, and it's too dark for me in my opinion. So we ended up going with Sublime Culture, and these ones are nice because you can just twist them up and twist them back down. And it looked really good when we used it on my lip line. It's pretty natural on me. So that's Sublime Culture. And this is just a regular permanent product. It's not part of the collection at all. So I got that. Then for my paint pot, they had 4 new paint pots come out, and we tested them all on my skin. What was it? Let It Pop, I think. That one, I'd seen people do it in videos, and they're like, it looks like Rubenesque, but in their swatches it looked nothing like Rubenesque. When you get it in the store, they're identical. The only difference is that the Let It Pop has more frost to it. It's more shimmery. And so it's like, you know what, I really don't need two Rubenesques, one with shimmer. I can just put something shimmery on top. So I didn't go with that one. And then the next one that we tried was Vintage Selection. That one was, again, really pretty. Just a pale pink, but nothing super special about it. And then we tried Chilled on Ice. So when you look at this one, this is Chilled on Ice. And it's just a really, really pretty golden champagne shimmery color. I really, really liked this one. It has some yellow golds to it, but what was neat is we put this on, and I don't know if I'm even going to be able to, I don't have another eyeshadow in here to show you, but we put this one on my hand, and then we took Embark, which, if you've seen it, it's a dark brown color from MAC. It's a dark brown eyeshadow. Well, when we were playing with this one and we put Embark over it on this side, it turned Embark purple. Like, it gave it like a purple duochrome with the brown. And it's just a regular purple. It's not like tracks. There's no other colors mixed in with it. But it turned it purple. Like, it had a purple sheen to it. It was gorgeous. So then we started playing with all these colors on my hand over this paint pot. And it gives certain colors a duochrome, which was something that you hadn't expected. So it ended up looking really cool. And it was like, you know what, let's go with this one. And I wore it today underneath my eyeshadows. And it just gives it a nice kind of brightening pop to your eyes. This is also a really great one you can just kind of sweep over your lid and run out the door with. So we ended up going with Chilled on Ice. And it was so fun to have someone there to like play with your skin tone and play with things and see how they, you know, how they look on your skin. Next one that we tried, all of them, is the lip jelly. And what we did is we tried all four of them, saw what they look like. We almost went with the darkest one. It's more of like a brown shade, and that one did look really, really pretty on me. But when you mix it with a lipstick, it kind of took away from the effect. If you wear it by itself, you get that really pretty, like, taupey brown peach, but it's like a taupe, a peach, kind of a pink to it all at the same time. So it was definitely a pretty color. But on my skin tone and with my coloring and the makeup I normally wear, this is the one that actually looked the best. And it is Scintillation, and it's the second darkest one when you're looking at them. And what's cool about this one is it has kind of the most glitter, like, I don't know, most chunky glitter maybe, but this is what Scintillation looks like, and it's definitely got duochromes to it. It has the pink shimmer, it has blue shimmer to it, it has kind of like silver reflex. Really, really pretty. Definitely gives a nice effect on the skin, and when we put it over different lipsticks, it just looked really good. So there you can see it over. Right now I have on Thrills lipstick and then Date Night Dazzle Glass. That's the other thing that I was wearing. So when you put it over, it just gives your lips like a really nice pop of pink and shimmer to them. So we ended up going with this lip jelly, and I really like this one. I like the lip jellies. They definitely last, and you still have glitter on your lips afterwards, even when you're kind of done with them. But they're goopy, they're kind of sticky. So if you don't like that, you won't like these at all. But I can deal with them. It's not a gloss I would wear every day, but for going out, something like that, or if I want a gloss to really stay with me, the lip jellies are really good for that. So picked up that one. Then the last few things, this is what I used my Back to MAC on, and it was an eyeshadow, and she said that this is one that she uses almost every day. You can use it with any color whatsoever to blend it out and put it in the crease, and it just is perfect. She said it gives you like a really pop, you know, a really nice pop to your natural eyes. So this is Fig 1, and I've looked at this one so many times. It's actually a matte squared, which for MAC is their better version of their mattes. Their matte eyeshadows kind of suck. So this is Fig 1, just a really, really pretty purple color. So that's what it looks like right there. And then if you put it, I'm putting it kind of over the Chilled on Ice, so you can see what it looks like. So that's what Fig 1 looks like. And I was telling her, she's like, you know, what colors do you have? Because we were trying to figure out, and it's hard. When you end up getting a bunch of MAC eyeshadows, when you go in to get a new one, all the ones that you're drawn to are ones you already own. So I'm trying to like name off colors that I have so we can avoid those and match them with something else. And Fig 1 was definitely the one that she said to go with. So I'm excited to try that one out because I like purples. And then what I originally went in there for, this is the 138 brush from MAC. It's similar to the 165. I wanted the 165. I believe it's been discontinued because it's not even on the website now. But this is what it looks like. So there's the 138. And what this is a tapered, it's a tapered face brush. So you can use it for blush, you can use it for your highlight, you can use it to contour your cheeks. If you want really, really precise foundation, you can use it to stipple on your foundation. There's a lot of different uses you can use this brush for. I mainly got it for highlight, blush, and contour because you can really, you know, get into the hollows of your cheek, get on the tops of your cheekbones, and that's what I used it for today. Was my highlight. And I'm excited I finally got this brush. It was $52, so you definitely want to take care of nice brushes when you get them and wash them and you know, keep the maintenance up on them. But I was excited to get this one, and I love how it's tapered. It's just such a different looking brush. So I got that, and then we were talking skincare items and the prep and primes and face washes and things like that. And you know, I told her I've never really tried MAC skincare. A lot of things break me out. I'm very sensitive, and kind of told her some of the stuff that I've been using, and she told me, well, she has, you know, similar skin that I do, and so she recommended products that she loves for me to go out and try. So she gave me a sample of them. This is the Prep and Prime SPF 50. It has kind of a funkier looking bottle, but she gave me a sample of this one to try, and she said that she had a lady come in, and she always just used the Prep and Prime Natural before, and it was a makeup artist, and she comes in and buys 4 of them, like, every month. And she recommended that she tried it. She was like, you know what, I have oily skin. I used to use that one, and now I use this, and I'm never looking back. So from one oily skin person to another, you kind of take advice, especially if they're a makeup artist, and you run with it when you get it. So I'm going to try that out and see how that works with my skin. And then this is something that you can only get in MAC stores. You might be able to get it online as well, I would assume. But at MAC counters, it's not available. So this is the Lightful Cream Wash. They have, with all their skincare items, they have one set that's called Lightful. And it's more like light, you know, light items that are better for people with oily skin, things like that. And I never even looked at them. So this is the cream face wash, and she said that this is something that if you use a tiny bit, it'll just foam like crazy on your face. So my first thought was perfect with my Clarisonic. So I wanted to get a sample of it to try this out and see how it works with my Clarisonic. So she was nice and gave me 2 samples of those. And that's everything that I got at MAC. So again, that's my haul. If you guys picked up anything else from ChamPale or Stylishly Yours that you think is just must have, go out and get this type item, please leave it down below. Let everybody know about it.